Welcome back to the Anthony Elite Crypto channel. We are live on this beautiful Christmas morning. How are we today? Hoping the stream is not too choppy. Let me know if you pile in. If it's too choppy, let me know. I am still on the road. We are still in Utah, so I still do not have my equipment. Again, I ran off and left it all. But we're here. And we are trading Bitcoin live on Christmas Day. How is everyone? Sorry, I'm going live kind of quick because Bitcoin is on the move today. Trying to get logged in on my phone so I can read the chat. Give me one sec, guys. All right, I'm logged in. I can read the chat, so if anybody has anything, let me know. I can answer your chats. Taking a look at the Bitcoin price today, guys. Letting a couple people come in. I know I didn't do the countdown this time, so we are just waiting a minute or two. We'll see what Bitcoin's going to do. We kind of came up into our zone here, trying to lose it. Let's see if we come back into it, though. But let me give it a few minutes, see if anybody wants to join us today. I know it's Christmas. Folks are busy. I get it. But I know there's a lot of people trading. My Discord's pretty active right now, so folks want to know, is the pump over? Do they need to get out? So as you guys come in here this morning, let me know. Again, my recording equipment, my laptop, I ran off and left all of that in Mississippi, so no camera this morning. I'm hoping audio is okay. I hope it's not too choppy. We were having some difficulties yesterday. I don't have any of my equipment, so let me know how it is. I only have one monitor, but I can read the chat. I have the chat going on my phone. So let me know, guys. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if everything's okay. We're going to dive right into this. I do apologize for the difficulties with my equipment being left. I ran off up here in the beautiful mountains in Utah, but no equipment, so trying to make do on the laptop. I've been trading this morning. We've been in the Discord trading this morning. I was up trading while everybody slept. Cleared out my account. Dropped it down to 5,000 as usual. Trying to pull up here. You know I'm a little laggy on this computer. I was laggy on the stream yesterday, guys. But we're going to do the best we can. Because we need answers. Is the pump over? Are we going down? Are we going up? Cleared out my account to 5 grand. But we've been trading this morning. We've won all of our trades. We've just been scalping. And we're up, what do we have? $6,100 balance. So we're up $1,100 on the day, guys. Just scalps. I'm scalping with folks in the Discord. We caught the last little pump, although I got stopped out when we came back down. I even took one trade I won like 12 cents on. That was an accidental trade, though. I'm trying to pull them up for you guys, though. We're super laggy here. There we are. We've just been scalping this morning. Just a little quick trade. $78, $23, 23, 32, 37, 191. Just been scalping this morning all morning long, guys. And we did catch this pump. We got a 12-hour Bjorn green dot that fired off at about 87.7. I'm going to flip over there and show that to you guys now. Got the Bjorn green dot here fired off 87.7. I flipped long. We ran right up into our free money zone, which we're kind of losing right now. We're going to talk about this free money zone, but what I don't like about this 12-hour green dot on Bjorn, you can see it down below, is everything looks good. Money flow's coming up. Momentum's coming up. You got a good anchor trigger wave here, but you have volatility. Volatility down in the green. It is cold. It is going down. Volatility low here, guys. So I really don't like this. Cat says, sounds perfect, looks perfect. Thank you. I'm surprised you could tell I look perfect this morning. I didn't have a camera on, but that's impressive. I'm just kidding. Good. Glad the stream's looking okay. Glad everyone's here. I hope you're having a great morning. Remember why we're here on this Christmas morning. Remember why we're here. Although we don't believe this is Jesus' actually his birthday. It doesn't really matter what day he was born on. We are just celebrating life and the gift that was given to us, guys. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I put a message out in Discord this morning. I want you to know that we love you and we appreciate you and we Thank you for allowing us to be a small part of your journey. It means a lot to us. Max, morning. Anybody in this trade, guys? Anybody in this trade? We're going to look in a little more locally and see Nick Air, Christmas Day, and you're going live just to help the community. That's kind of energy I'm happy to support. I'm subscribing to Discord right now. Good, Nick. Yeah. I remember, back when I first got started, I've been trading for a little over 10 years now, although my channel's fairly new. I've been trading for a little over 10 years now. When we would get large pumps or dumps, especially if I was in a trade, I would panic a little because I wasn't totally sure what I was doing, but I was in a trade, and it seemed like nobody would ever go live during those times, ever, and I got so frustrated. And I followed a lot of people back then. I only follow a couple of people now. I've kind of weeded out the ones that I realized didn't really know what they were talking about, but yeah, it would frustrate me that nobody would go live, and I would be panicking in a trade and make bad decisions. So I decided anytime I can, if there's a pump or dump like this, I would try to go live and just at least let the folks know what I'm looking at anyway. So that's how we do it, guys. We've been trading on KCEX this morning. Been trading all morning on KCEX. Join us on KCEX. KCEX is where it's at. You got a link down below in the description. If someone could post my link, that would be great. Let me see, guys. We're fixing to dive into this. I got a couple more people in Discord just messaged, so they're pulling up the stream now. So let me let them in, and then we're going to dive right in, guys. All right. Alright, guys, I'm spamming your chat right now. There is the link. Go ahead, check it out. KCEX, lowest fees in the market, guaranteed, guys. You get up to $570 free by signing up using that link and depositing a few dollars in trading. Get all kinds of free money, guys. And they have this awesome competition going on. We've got a couple of our Discord members who are in this competition. I'm in it as well. One of them finished top to 100 out of 32,000 the other day and got free money. I think $100, $150, something like that, free. That same day or the day before, I can't remember, I finished 37th, got $250 free. So one of those days I finished 9th and got $500 free. So it was really great. Just free money, guys. So go join up, use the link. It's the greatest exchange you'll ever see. You can see we've been hitting these trades all morning, just little scalps. First of all, we didn't hit any good box that we really wanted to day trade or long or swing trade from. So we've just been doing scalps. We're up $1,100 on the day. Just these little bitty scalps. I mean, one of them was 29 cents, $1.18, $8. But then we got some in here for a couple hundred and things like that. So they just add up. We've probably taken 10 or 12 trades this morning, and they've just added up. We did catch this trade right here. On our day trade account, we caught this trade when the 12-hour Bjorn green dot fired off. We caught this trade, wrote it up, took TP1, and then trailed to stop. I got stopped out when we left the free money zone right here, so I stopped out in profit. So good trading morning so far, guys. I appreciate you joining me. Let's dive in and take a look. So Bitcoin got a good Christmas rally this morning. We pumped up. God, from this morning, over $1,000, about $1,200 pump. You can see this. I'm on the 1 hour time frame, guys. You see this big 1 hour green candle. That is called a vector candle. Vector candles are almost always recovered, at least 50%. We've come down now and recovered 50% of the candle. We're trying to pump from here, but the question remains, will we pump or will we dump? Let's dive in. So this free money zone that I have marked out here, I showed this on the live stream a couple of days ago, probably on Tuesday, this free money zone that I marked out. We've entered this free money zone from about 88.2 to 89.2. We've entered this free money zone 25 times, 26 times now. But of the 25 times whenever I logged this, we're not done with this zone yet, so I don't want to count it in our statistic. Of the 25 times that we've entered this zone, we went through the zone all the way to 89.2 or more 23 of the 25 times. And all that happened, I went back and double checked. I had said it was within an hour to someone earlier. It was within 2 hours. 23 of the 25 times you go all the way through this zone, at least to 89.2, many times much higher. But I didn't count this mess right here. You see, this is the zone right here. This was a weekend mess, and there was just no volume, so you just chop back and forth, back and forth. But as soon as the market actually opened on that money, you ripped right through it. So the only hiccup here for me as far as statistics goes with this zone is of the two failures, there have been two failures. One of them was on a weekend when markets were closed. Today is Christmas Day. The markets are also closed. That is my only question mark here. However, we are still operating under a 12-hour green dot. Let's take a look at 12-hour green dots. Unconfirmed, but we have it nonetheless. We have confirmed 8-hour green dots. We are, and you can't just go by green dots alone, but they certainly help the cause. We have a confirmed 16-hour green dot. Let's look at the daily, are under a current daily green dot, both on Cypher and Bjorn. Again, what I don't like about this on the Bjorn is it shows, which the Bjorn dot is much higher probability than the Cypher dot. It's programmed differently. I've gone on this in many videos, but you have volatility, which is this, I'll zoom in, you have this blue line, this kind of green, yellow, blue line. It can turn orange and red at extreme highs, but you're in the blue, which means volatility is really, really, really low. On a daily basis. That doesn't mean you can't get some volatility on a 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, whatever time frame, but volume's really low, so that it's a much less probability that it's going to play out fully. And if it's not an outright failure, which this one doesn't appear it's going to be a failure, but it's much less likely to produce as big of a result as if volatility were increasing, like you can see right here. Big volatility increase, and this was under a red dot, which means you got this big violent move to the downside. So I don't like seeing volatility to the downside. Hey, Anthony, just so you know, the audio is getting a bit choppy for me. Not sure about anyone else. Okay. Audio is getting choppy. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I forgot all my equipment. Let me turn it up a little. Blue line. It can turn orange and red at extreme highs, but you're in the blue. Which means volatility is... I got it. I'm on a live stream here too, so that I can read the chat because I don't have my separate screens. It sounds okay to me, so hopefully no one else is having a problem. If you're having audio problems, let me know. Anyway, guys, let's try to see what's going to happen here. Are we fixing to reverse this entire thing, or are we fixing to rip through it? So we've come back. We've retraced one of these. I'm on a 24-minute now. We've retraced one of these vector candles. We have another vector candle here that is unmitigated. We could still come get it. On 24-hour time frame, though, I like it. We have money flow in the green here, and it looks like it's, let's zoom in here, it looks like it's trying to click back up a little bit. It looks like it's trying to curve back up. You can start to see, it's very hard to see, but you can start to see it just barely right here. On the momentum waves, you got a little white speck right there. I don't know if you can even see that right there. So we're trying to pinch and clip back to the upside. It looks pretty good, guys, for continuation up. This could just be one of those quick little retrace continuation moves. Let's drop down the 15-minute time frame, look a little more locally. Getting the bounce here. Now on the 15-minute time frame, you did recover 15% of this vector candle here. So I actually think we're fixing to move up, guys. If we come back in, I'm going to open a new position. If we come back in, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you got to long the bottom, you got to long as soon as you retrace. But on this particular case, since 88.2 is such a strong resistance, I'm going to wait till we break back in and close a candle within this free money zone at 88.2. And then I will actually do, which I don't do very often, but a breakout continuation trade. So I'm going to wait until we get back in there before I add to my position, and make sure we don't just roll over like we've done here several times before. So if we get back into this zone and close the candle, I will, not re-add to it. I got stopped out. I'm going to open a new position. So it will be breakout continuation, which is not my usual style, but I feel pretty confident about this move. I think we're going to move all the way up through this. If we get into the zone now, which we've already done once, but if we come back into it, I have marked out here on the chart for you. We have a vector candle recovery right here about 88.7, and just above that at 89.1, we have another vector candle and the top of the golden pocket. Okay, so if we come back in there, I'm going to target right around this 89.1K area for my TP1. Probably 89K. 89K would be my TP1. Let's see. Sorry, I'm running a little choppy on my end, guys. And there is our, let me zoom in. I'm going to take our indicators off. We're going to zoom in. There is our fib retracement levels. You can see we're from swing high to swing low down here. And right at the top of this free money zone, guys. So this is going to be my area. I'm going to target the golden pocket if we come back into this zone. I'll look for a reaction there. I'll look for divergences there and possibly short back through. Remember, this area is fast move up, fast move down. So if we do enter this zone again and fly back through it and find resistance, you could drop through this extremely fast. So you could be a really good short opportunity if we can get back in it. But so far so good, guys. The Discord is up. I will show you. We have been posting these trades all morning if Discord doesn't want to lag. Everything's kind of laggy. I do apologize, but been posting my long trades here, my short trades. There's my little $8 trade I did. I just closed that because the family got up and we had to do some Christmas stuff, so it was a scalp trade I wasn't able to manage, so we just closed it out. Picked up 350 bucks on that one. So we've been posting these all morning, guys. All morning in the Discord. Join the Discord. We appreciate you guys. We love you. We thank you for hanging out with us. Let's go down to micro time frames. Look at the 3 minute here. We'll look at the 3, 6, and 1 minute. I'll start on the 3. 3 minutes. Ooh, look at that stiletto pattern here, guys. Getting that stiletto pattern. You familiar with the stiletto pattern? Stiletto pattern looks like this. See how it looks like a little stiletto, a little high heel shoe there. Usually you get these at the bottom, but you can get them at the top too. See, looking like got a little high heel here. And what it usually does is drag all the way out and then just like that. So it looks like a little stiletto there, just kind of dragging out here like a little shoe. You see it. You guys see it. Usually what you get with things like this, hopefully we don't retrace the entire move. But again, fast move up, fast move down. You know how this thing works. I do apologize. I see the stream a little laggy. I will be back to my equipment on Saturday, so we will not have these issues again. I do apologize. I'm so sorry. I had everything packed. I had everything. My camera, my mic, my laptop, everything. Ran off and left it sitting on the counter. Anybody have any questions before I move on? There's a couple other things I want to cover, but I want to see if anybody has any questions or anyone's in this trade. I know a couple of the Discord people signed up for KCEX yesterday, and it's great, guys. I'm telling you, sign up, get the free money. They will have to drag me off of that exchange. I've tried them all, and it is the best. The lowest fees. I used to sit there and try to limit ordering on other exchanges just to save on fees, and I would get hit with such bad slippage if it filled my order at all. Most of the time I get a partial fill or something like that, but I would get hit with slippage so bad that I would wind up entering a trade $80, $90, $100 off of what I tried to enter it with. So I wound up losing like 50, 60 bucks in profit that I would have made had I entered on my actual level. So I might as well have market ordered in, but I would do a $100,000 leverage trade, $100,000 margin, and my fee would be like 80 bucks. And here on KCEX I can do 100,000, and I do $10 in, $10 out, $20 total, instead of 160 to market in and market out on other exchanges. It's just night and day difference. They will have to ban me from there to get me off of there. And I know there's slippage on everything, but it just seems to be so much less on KCEX, so much less slippage. I would like to see us hold 88K here. I don't know that we're going to do it. I think we're going to get the stiletto pattern playing out. 6 minute looks like it wants to play out. We've got the red dot on Bjorn. Let's look at that's 3 minutes, excuse me. Look at the 6 minute. I commented in there, guys, in the chat. I'll let you know that I was in. Got a little double top here played out. A little double top played out. Trying to find a little rounding bottom here. Hopefully we can move back to the upside. We need some volume to come in. Volume's absolutely died in here, guys. Look at this. Just no volume since that move. No volume whatsoever. Just kind of straight sideways. Take a look at the 15 minute. 15 minute trying to get money flow curve back to the upside. You still got a little bit of volatility high up here. It's dwindling down, but you can see this orange line on my indicator. That means we're still high for the 15-minute time frame. So we can get some of these lower time frames to bring some volatility, and this 15-minute will take over. So far, so good. I think I'm a little choppy on the stream. I really apologize, guys. If this is your first time here, please come back. Saturday, I will have all my equipment back, so we don't have any of this lag. We have the camera. We don't have any lag. We have better audio. We're just in the mountains in Utah, and I'm doing the best I can with what I got to bring you guys this. Let's look at 24-minute. Got a Bjorn red dot. Looking like it wants to come down a little more. We still have this green vector candle right here that we have not taken out. We've not recovered this vector candle. I hate to come back into this zone though. Completely wipe out this pump this morning, guys. Let's look at the 1 hour. Money flow coming down on the 1 hour. Still in the green though, but it's coming down. Four-hour money flow crossover into the red, but we did get the pump onto that. This pump was nothing more than we didn't have any buyers stepping in. I can't really pull up my order flow right now because my stream is so laggy. Anytime I add anything extra, we just get more lag and chop. This was a big time short squeeze up. We didn't have any actual real volume come in on this move, so it doesn't surprise me that we rolled over. There's just no volume on a weekend or a market close day like today, a holiday. So this thing is very likely to completely retrace since we've lost our 88.2 zone. I hope you used good risk management on this. A lot of people chase this pump, which I did too. I added to my position. I was long from 87.6, I believe. And added my position once we closed up in here at 88.2. I added to my position. So ran up, took some more additional profit, and got stopped out as soon as we lost 88.2. 88.190 was my stop. So hang on a second, guys. Checking out the chat here on my phone. All right. Do you also trade leaps? You're talking about options contracts with expiration dates? No, I don't trade leaps. I mostly trade crypto. I do dabble in a little forex. I liked the iGold shares. I traded a little in that, but mostly crypto. And I only spot trade altcoins. On occasion, I'll get on a leverage trade altcoin, but I prefer spot trade altcoins and leverage trade Bitcoin. I've been wrecked. I used to get wrecked back in the day, leverage trading altcoins, because you can do all your TA on an altcoin. And if it looks perfect, let's say this setup is great for a beautiful pump, but Bitcoin is going to go down. It doesn't matter how good your altcoin is positioned for a pump, it's going to follow suit. So if that's the case, then you have to do TA on your altcoin and Bitcoin, and they both have to be in line with each other to go in the same direction for your altcoin. If that's the case, you can make a lot more money on alts. You're going to get a greater percentage usually, but I just stick with leverage trade. And when I leverage trade Bitcoin, if I think it's going to be a big swing move one way or the other, I will spot trade my altcoins alongside that. That's just a style that's worked for me. Merry Christmas, brother. Have a wonderful day ahead. Behave. Yes, Merry Christmas to you too, brother. Thank you for coming by, checking out the stream. Guys, if we can get a little bit of volume here, as long as we don't break this, if we break this low right here, we see these wick lows right here, we're finding clear support here. We got a little bit of a descending triangle here. If we break through this right here, about 87.9 or so, if we break through that, guys, we're going to have a fast move down. We're going to come all the way down here, recover these candles, at least 88.7, somewhere in that range. We could keep dropping, who knows. But we're going to come down and recover at least this vector candle right here, about 88.6, somewhere in here. But if we can hold this line right here, you can see it was support before. You see back here with these vectors on the back on the left side of the screen. It was support there, or excuse me, resistance there. This was our breakout zone. We broke out here. We're finding support on it now. If we can hold this, we've got a chance to push back up. This could be nothing more than a retrace continuation play. And it actually looks good. Actually looks good for that. We just got to have some volume stepping in. I wish I could pull up my order flow right now, but it's going to lag up way too much. Let me see. I might can pull it up on my phone real quick. Tell you guys what it's looking like. Is everybody having a good Christmas morning? We had a good day. We had a big breakfast, a little family time. What do you think about January? With what regard to January? Bitcoin? I actually think, guys, this may be not a popular opinion now. I think everyone thinks we're going to zero with everything, but I actually think we're fixing to get a pretty good rally in January. I think we're going to could possibly have a little mini alt season. It'll be very muted. I don't think we're going to see the big alt season. I think those days are over with anyway, guys. I think the days of, 50x, 100x, 1000x coins are over. You will have a few standout exceptions, of course. But for the most part, if for no other reason, last alt season there were approximately 7,000 actively traded altcoins, okay? Many more, but millions. But most of those are not actively traded. There was about 7,000. Now there's over 20,000 actively traded altcoins. So if for no other reason, you have the same money coming into a market spread out over 3 times as many coins, you're not going to get as big of pumps on these coins. So I don't see those days. So I think every alt season is going to be muted. Doesn't mean you can't have some really good gains. And I have some pretty decent alt bags, so I'm hoping we do. But I do think that January is going to be pretty good. We're on a weekly, let me show you, weekly green dot for Bitcoin. It's already confirmed. We didn't get much out of it, but that's okay. Sometimes it's a bit laggy. I could go back and show you there's plenty of times you've gotten a pump where not much happened. Look at the last one, as a matter of fact, okay? So we just confirmed a green dot last week, right? So it's confirmed a green dot, but we haven't gotten much from it, right? You can see we haven't got much. It's just mostly been sideways. As a matter of fact, we're probably exactly where we were when we first got it. Let's look at this last weekly green dot, okay? Money flows in the red, just like now. Money flows in the red. Momentum wave on the downside, okay, below zero line. We got a green dot. So pretty similar situation. We're coming off a big local high, big drop down, right? You can surely see the similarities here, right? In these two, boom. Okay, then what happens? We get the green dot here, okay? Well, not much happened. Look at that candle. It's a little teeny tiny candle. Not much happened, okay? So the reaction is not always immediately, but the following couple of weeks, next few weeks, then we got the big pump up, and that's where we pumped up from the time of the green dots at 85K all the way up to all-time high at 126K. So that's a 50% pump, guys. We just got this similar setup, and it doesn't mean it has to pump to new all-time high. In fact, I don't think it does. Let me clear these fibs off real quick so you can see a little better. All right. So right here, I got the green dot. Not much happened. We just been kind of sideways since, but I do think we're going to get some follow-through on this. Momentum wave trying to curve back to the upside. We've got your daily green dot going on, and these things bleed over. It started out with the hour, then 4-hour, 12-hour, daily. So these things are bleeding over. We're currently over into the daily green dot, and once these bleed over to the 2-day, 3-day, and so on and so forth, I think that weekly is going to play out. It may take another week or two. Probably going right into the first part of January. I do think we see a good pump. We're in the volume area range here. This is on a lower time frame, of course. This is range, top of the range. We're in the range. We've closed back inside the range. So law of the volume profile should say we at least pumped to 93K, okay, if nothing else. We do have some active unrecovered vector candles up here. I'm going to scroll up to these if my computer will go. It's really trying, guys. It's a real struggle today. This is the one that I really like right here, okay? This one right here, this purple candle, none of this has been recovered. It only takes about 50% to fully mitigate a vector candle. This one is about 50% recovered. Now it's about 30%. Close enough, though. I don't know that we would come get this one. We could in a quick wick, but I like this candle right here at about 102K, okay? I think that's a good target area. I do have another chart. It's just so slow where I throw all this on. We do have a fib level there, too. So it'd be a good retracement level to recover that daily vector candle. Switching over to the 3-day here real quick. I'm gonna try to hit this fib on here real quick so we can show you. And again, I apologize for the 9th time on the stream that I left. For those of you just tuning in, I left all of my equipment, my laptop, my equipment, my camera, my audio, everything in Mississippi, and we are in Utah. All right, right here, you get the 0.5 fib right there at 103, okay? Right at the top of this vector candle. I like this area, guys. I like this area for that weekly green dot to play out. When we do get the retrace, I like it, okay? I think we're going to be looking something like this. Got a confirmed weekly green dot, something like this, and then come up into that 0.5 fib before rolling over. Okay, guys, that's what I like. I don't know that we get much higher. We could come up into the golden pocket. I don't think so, but we could. I would love it if we do. I am not a perma bear. I would love nothing more. The higher Bitcoin goes, the higher my altcoins go, okay? And I will trade this all the way up, but this would be my target, okay? I'd take profit along the way, most likely, but this would certainly be a high area of interest for my final target right here. What are some of the high conviction long spot purchase altcoins? Good question, Coin Operator. First of all, I wouldn't buy any altcoins right now. We could get an alt season, like one of the crazy ones from the past, but if you're talking long term, first of all, you could buy now to maybe try to ride this pump that Bitcoin is hopefully about to have and make a little bit on them. But if you're talking really long term, maybe a year from now or so, buying when we're at the bottom of the bear market, then you want to look at things. Well, let me switch to a chart. I'm going to show you how I have approached these and what's been working out this cycle for me. If I can get an altcoin to pull up here. Again, guys, if this is your first time, please join us anytime Saturday on. I'll be back to my regular equipment that works much better. We just make it do for you guys right now. Let me switch to the weekly. I'm on WorldCoin. I'm a big fan of WorldCoin. I know the chart looks terrible. I know. But here's what I'm looking at, and this has played out beautifully so far. So when you're looking at long-term altcoins, several things you want to look at. First of all, you want to look at, as bad as this sounds, marketing, because the best technology does not always win out on the chart. Marketing, okay? Just think about this back in the day. For those of you old enough to remember, I'm 44 years old, but you used to have these VHS tapes, not digital movies, not DVDs, VHS, and those played on VCRs, right? Well, there was a very similar product called Beta back in the day, and it was much better. I'm talking night and day difference, much better, but nobody's ever heard of Beta. Why? Because their marketing was terrible. It was awful. So VHS won by a mile, even though they had the lesser technology. So you want to see altcoins with large active communities where they're doing marketing, where they're having things going, and it's not just a coin that's out there floating on the chart and nobody ever talks about and you never see anything. Avoid those. It's not to say one of those can't surprise you, but active communities, that's why things like Solana did so well. I'm not saying that the technology behind Solana is not great, but the community is active. They have people driving the market. They're actively involved in promoting and signing up new coins to their network. So get things like that that are always adding new things to it, that are partnering with other networks, things like that. But when you actually approach the chart, you want to look at tokenomics, of course. And when you approach the chart, because there's so many other altcoins and you're not just going to be able to throw a dart and have one fly to the moon, you want to look at it from a liquidity standpoint, just like you would Bitcoin, okay? Like if I was going to long Bitcoin, say this was a Bitcoin chart and I was going to long it, okay? Let me clear all of this jazz out. If I was going to long Bitcoin right here, this was Bitcoin, I was going to long it, where would you target? Okay, ask yourself, where would you target? Where are they most likely to take price? Where is the liquidity, right? Where's the liquidity, okay? That should be easy to answer. You should all know that. Liquidity lies above wick highs. Boom. There you go. Okay, what else do we have on the chart? Liquidity lies above wick highs. Okay, there we go. Another wick high right here. Okay, this wick high has not been taken out. Liquidity was never grabbed On the last pump up, on none of these pump ups, but on the last pump up, they didn't even come close, okay? Keep looking. Boom, there's more right there, okay? So when there is a quote-unquote alt season and coins get up and moving, which coins have wicks that have not been taken that have a good percentage gain, okay? And as you can see for this one at 50 cents, to come get this one right here, you got to go to 650. I mean, that is, I don't even know what that is. That's like a 12x. That's a pretty good gain, guys. That's a pretty good gain to get up there. But there are coins, if you go look at their charts, and we could pull them up, but if you look at the chart, you have coins that came up here and set this high here, and then they came back here, and when they got this little run up, they came and took this, and then rolled over. Well, you're far less likely to come take this high. Why? Because you've already mission accomplished by grabbing liquidity here. So there's a lot less incentive for them to come to here. And if they did just come to here and grab this, that's probably all you would get. You know, we want coins that have multiple wick highs that haven't been taken. Here you got 1, 2, 3, all the way up to a 12x from current price. This would be a coin that I would be interested in, okay? Just from a chart standpoint only. So then I'm going to go look at the community, like what is going on here? What is this community about? Are they active? In this particular coin, WorldCoin, which I like, is extremely active. It is Sam Altman's project. Sam Altman used to be business partners. He helped create ChatGPT with Elon Musk. So that tells me he's very smart. That tells me he's very well connected. He has the financing. He is very active. You just go log on to his Twitter and see he's constantly talking about this. Well, what does WorldCoin do? Well, they have the orb, the eye technology, the chip in the eye technology where they're doing all the scanning stuff. They're actively doing that. They're pursuing this in other countries. Yeah, they're running into some roadblocks with some privacy issues, but if they can get those ironed out, this thing has a chance to be massive. So, number one, the chart looks great from a liquidity standpoint, that if this thing does get up and move, and it can make some really significant gains, okay? None of the wicks have been mitigated. All the liquidity is still in play, okay? That looks great. Box 1 is checked. 2, community. Who's behind the project? Sam Altman. Okay, he created ChatGPT. This dude's a genius. Clearly, he knows what he's doing. Now, it doesn't mean that he can't still have a failing project, but I like the odds, okay? I like betting on someone who's found the level of success to be partners with Elon Musk that he has found, okay? Him and Elon are at odds now. They're in lawsuits over ChatGPT and stuff, but that's not the point. He made it to that level. He's found that level of success. He can do it again. I will bet on that guy, especially when his chart looks like this, especially when his token has real-world utility and is actually being implemented in other countries today. Okay, so this is a project that I would look at. This is how I would approach it, but it starts at the chart. It starts at the chart. I don't care how good your project is. If there's no liquidity above, there's no reason for anybody to take the price there. So you've got to start approaching it that way, so it's no longer a crapshoot where just everything goes. It's too much. There has to be incentive for a market maker to move the price, and the only incentive for a market maker is money. And for that, he has to find liquidity. That's my take on it, and that's how I'm approaching it. Islam says, understand, thank you, my friend, but after all the optimistic news about Bitcoin around the world, do you think we'll reach $40,000? I think a target, my Bitcoin target, it may be unpopular, but my Bitcoin target is between $55,000 and $65,000. Let me show you. That may be unpopular, and that's okay. You remember a few months ago, everybody said, we will never go sub 100K again. In the last cycle, if you were around for it, I was, but if you're around for it, you know, it's impossible for Bitcoin to break the previous all-time high. All of that is nonsense. Don't buy into that nonsense. All right, we're on the weekly time frame, guys. You've got to look at these things just like you would a local support level. Where's the support on a macro time frame? And to do that, you got to zoom out. And it's obvious. Without even throwing on a volume profile, I've got support here, right? I've got support here, right? Support, resistance, whatever you want to call it, same thing. I've got support here, okay? I don't have support here, right? I don't have support here, right? Okay? So we have to hold this box. Otherwise, we're going down to 30K, right? Because look at this. Look back to the left. Big candles down. Big candles down. My tool's not working. Big candles up. Big fast move. Big fast move. Big fast move. Big fast move. You get the point. So our only support, I'll throw a box on it for you. Our only support is going to be right here. So we have to hold this area. Okay? So this is a good target. Okay? And I want you to think of price action like a bullet going into water. Right? You don't just hit the surface and bounce off. And you also don't go all the way through and bury yourself in the bottom of the ocean. Okay? You kind of get in there and then the water slows you down somewhere. Boom. And then you start floating back to the top. Okay? And that's going to be what this zone is like, okay? You're going to come into here. You may not. What do I know? We may go to 500,000 from here, but you're going to come into here like a bullet firing down in the water, and somewhere in here, you're going to find some support because it is really, really good support and resistance right here. And you're probably going to chop this range for a long time, and this is going to be the bottom of your bear market right in here. And that range is about 55K, 53K, 55 to 70K. But you're not going to stop at the top and bounce right off, I don't think. You're going to come down into it. You're going to chop this range for a good long while. Somewhere between 55 and 65K. That's my target. Islam says, right, 100. Yes, sir. And here's how it's going to look, guys. In my opinion, we're fixing to get a little pump here. I don't think we come take these lows. I don't think we come take these 80K lows yet. I think we get a pump here. You can see the bigger picture here. We're in the more macro look here. I think we get a pump here. We come up in here, right around here somewhere. Why are my tools not working? We're going to come up in here, get above the POC. We may make it to the top of the volume profile at 110K. I don't think so, but we might. I think we fall short. Come back to the point of control, bounce in here a little bit, something like this. Come back down. Bounce here, and then back into our zone. And here's our bear market, guys. Something like this. You're going to look something like that, in my opinion. That's a nice... What else do you see here, guys? What else do you see here? I know the chart's getting a little crowded right here. Nice shoulder, head, shoulder. That's what I see, guys. All right, guys, are you in the trade? Looks like Bitcoin's trying to get a little move back up here. Let's go back, zoom in a little bit more. If you come back into this box, into our free money zone, guys, I think we go right through it. I think we go right through it. We just came up to it. We missed it. We were chatting about altcoins and macro stuff, but if we come back into it, I think we go right through it. We just rejected from it, but I think we come back for it. Let's see what we're looking like on the Bjorn indicator. Bjorn indicator, by the way, guys, is the greatest indicator you will ever see. I don't care what anybody tells you. I use Cypher also, but Bjorn is really all you need. It is a private indicator you can only get in our Discord. I created this indicator, and I give it to folks in the Discord. Join the Anthony Lee Crypto Crew. You get all of my trade setups, all of them. Join us on KCEX, guys. We're in the competition, guys. We're in the competition. We finished 9th place the other day, picked up $500 free dollars. 9th place out of 32,000. We showed that live on stream. We were 9th, picked up 500 bucks. Finished 37th the next day, I think. Picked up another, I think it was 250 free. Free money. Join us on KCEX. You got my link. Let's see what Bitcoin does here. We'll take a look at some local TA. If we get back into the zone, guys, this is if you missed the stream where we outlined this zone the other day, I'll show you real quick. I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame, but we looked at it on the hourly, but I'm too laggy for that now. We've entered this zone 25 times. I did not count this zone right here that I'm kind of circling. I did not count this zone right here where we kind of entered and exited because this was a weekend. It's not applicable. If you do want to count it, it technically would be a winner. It just took a lot longer to play out. So we could count it. It would be a winner because you entered the zone and technically you did come to the top of the target here. But it took a lot longer because we were on a weekend. But every other time we've entered this zone and closed a candle, I don't mean a wick, I mean a candle closed, whether that be going to the upside or the downside, there have been 25 times, 23 of them Within a couple of hours, you went all the way to the top of the zone. Then I can scroll back, but it's getting a little laggy as I try to do that. And that zone is from about 88.2 to 89.2, and that was the minimum. Okay, the minimum that you went to, okay? A lot of times, like this time right here, you shot above it. We went all the way up to 90.5K. Okay, this one right here, we shot above it, went to 89.9K. So 89.2K has been the absolute bare bones minimum, and we're trying to get back in this zone right now. So if we do come back into it, I think we go right through it, guys. 23 out of 25 times, that is a 92% chance that we come up. The only thing, if this was any other day other than a holiday or a Saturday, if it was any other day, I think we would have already hit the top of this zone. But being a holiday, volume is very, very low. Let me see. Join our Discord, guys. We got the free Discord and the Anthony Lee Crypto Crew VIP Discord. I spammed it earlier, but I'm going to give it to you one more time here, too. There's the KCEX link. I'm telling you guys, I will never tell you something just because I might make $1. I showed the stream the other day. I know I showed the VIP stream. I may have showed the live stream too. The Blowfin guy contacted me and wanted me to sign up for them. Offer me all kinds of deals, incentives. I get paid this for every person that signs up. But I don't believe in the exchange. I would have got paid a lot more money, but I don't believe in it. The fees are ridiculously high, so I didn't promote it, and I showed the message. I messaged him back. I'll show you guys. I'll show you real quick. But I'm never going to do that to you guys. I'm never going to, in order for me to win on Blowfin, you have to lose. You have to pay more, and I'm just not going to do that, guys. I'm not going to promote that to you. I don't need the money that bad. So I'm never going to do it. Here's where I told him. I said, I appreciate you reaching out and your offer. Upon further consideration, other options out there besides the Blowfin fees are just way too high. Triple, in fact, even 6 times higher than KCEX. I cannot promote that to my audience. I will never, ever, ever recommend something to you guys that I can't personally vouch for and that I don't think you'll find great benefit from. I won't do it. I won't sell out. So just know if on stream I tell you that I recommend something, it's because I truly believe in it. It's not going to benefit me in any way. Take a look at a little more local time frames here. Let's see if we're fixed coming to the zone. 12-minute here. Again, we've rejected from it. Came back up to it. Rejected from it. We do not have... Oh, we're about to get a 12-hour green dot, guys. If we get this 12-minute, excuse me. If we get this 12-minute green dot, do you see this volatility? It's headed down now. I don't like that. But if we get this 12-minute dot here in 55 seconds and volatility ticks to the upside, I think we're fixing to rip through this zone, guys. We want to see the volatility tick up, though. Volatility has got to tick up. When you have dots and you have stochastic headed in the right direction, you have all these things, but volatility is headed down. Volatility measures kind of like the aggressiveness of each move, of each setup. And if the volatility or the aggressiveness is headed down, then that means it's going to be lackluster. It's just going to be kind of weak if it plays out at all. So you need the setup and the volatility. 15 seconds. Let's see if we get it. Let's see if we get the flip. See if we get the dot and the flip. We got neither, guys. We got neither. We got a 6-hour Bjorn, volatility crossing 15. If it's crossing the downside, it's not good. It's crossing the downside. It means volatility is dying off. Volatility is dying off here, guys. So we may not get this move today. We might just consolidate right here for a little while, which is not terrible. It's better than rejecting and retracing this entire move today. Real quick before I let you go, let's go down to a more micro time frame, see if those are moving up. So we got volatility ticking up here on the 6-minute time frame. This is good, guys. See, volatility is just flip from down to up, kind of a little more sideways, but it's trying, guys. If we can get this to flip up, we could get a move here. If we get a move into the zone, that could flip the 12-minute. If the 12-minute flips and we get that dot with volatility up, we move through the zone. It is trying. Got to get above 88.2 here, guys. Let's look at the 3 minutes. God, volatility headed down. I know I'm getting a little laggy here, guys. I'm sorry. I'll let you go in just a sec. I appreciate you sharing your Christmas with me, guys. I know it's family day, but this is what we do. I appreciate you. Volatility headed down. It's just a holiday. Got a little bit of a short squeeze early. Now a little holiday sideways, the usual here. I think we can get this move, though, guys. I'll be honest. I think we can. Lower time frames, money flows headed up. We're under the daily green dot. We're under the 12-hour green dot. So sometimes you just get a little bit of this chop with the lower time frames as they kind of reset. You get this little chop here, but ultimately the 12-hour and the daily time frames will play out as long as you don't roll over on the lower time frames. So we're looking for that move up, guys. And I think we're going to get it. Target one. We've got two good reasons to move up here. We've got vector 3. We got two vector candles. And we've got the golden pocket right up here at the top side of this zone. We're trying to break into it right now, guys. I think we get this move. Just got the 15-minute green dot. Just showed up just now as I was talking. I took my fibs off, but you got a golden pocket right here at this top vector candle at 89.1. Between 89 and 89.2, you've got the fib there. This is looking good, guys. We're fixing to rip through this zone, guys. I'm telling you. I'm refreshing. Pulling my fib back up here, guys.